Hello, everyone. This is Joe at the top of the episode. In this bonus episode, we recorded it in person, which means we had a one mic setup. And so the audio quality you may be used to hearing is somewhat lower in this case. So please just kind of bear with us. We didn't have a lot of time to set this up, but the audio is still pretty okay. You get used to it as you hear it. So just, letting you know that it's not going to be at the same quality, but in future episodes, we will once again be in different places, so the audio will be better. So thank you so much and enjoy this episode.
Welcome to Shoujo. We have just finished wrapping up Angelic Layer.
Bonus episode.
We've got a bonus episode for you folks. It's gonna be different. Joe's gonna be the one showing me the stuff for the most part.
Welcome to the Angelic Layer manga bonus episode where I bought the manga off of eBay and then read it. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to close out Angelic Layer by talking about the source material and see what they did to adapt it to an anime, and maybe they did a significant amount of work, which I'm going to talk about.
Ooh, exciting stuff.
Yeah, we're also going to do a couple other fun things. We will rank all the angels. We will rank the relationship, or we'll rate the relationships in there. Maybe some segments we'll do for some later shows as well. So obviously we can't rank the angels in Kimi ni Todoke, I don't think.
Nope.
We should be able to.
Damn.
All right, so the Angelic Layer manga, which on the back is like in very big letters, like as like a subheader, is the prequel to the acclaimed Chobits, which is very funny to be like, that's what Angelic Layer is. It's the prequel to Chobits, the story about a guy who wants to fuck a robot.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Was this published before or after Chobits? Like made as a sequel or a prequel after the fact?
It was before, yeah.
Okay.
So it's just set in the same universe, I think.
Gotcha. That's how they're trying to sell it.
So it opens pretty much the same. Like the opening stuff of the Angelic Layer manga is basically very similar. One thing I did note is that like in the anime, the only character that gets to be like really wiggly and like cartoony is Ichan, right? In this one, it's everybody. So like there's a bunch of scenes where like Misaki is drawn as like a little noodly character. I'm showing Sarah the images right now. We're in the same room, by the way. We didn't say this, but we are in the same place. Yes. We're doing it live. We're recording live together. I mean, we're not live for the podcast because we're listening to a recording. So I can show her these things in real time, and she can get her honest reactions to stuff. But basically, so high level, the Angelic Layer manga is basically just the fights. It's very clearly shown in that there just isn't any of the emotional stuff going on in any of the like the subplots. It's basically just like back to back. Misaki battles this person. Misaki battles this person. Then and then there's like a couple of chapters that focus on some of the other stuff. Mostly like we still get the Misaki watches Kotaro do judo or whatever, and any of that other stuff. So I'm just going to walk through some of the main differences in the plot so far. So
just come prepared with sticky notes galore.
I got sticky notes in this thing. Yeah. So we get an explanation. The manga does provide an explanation for why you need to open it in the bath.
Oh, okay. And what reason is that?
So the instruction book, they say that the instruction book is plastic. And it has the instructions which say your angel egg is filled with a shock absorbent liquid. Open it in a bathroom or someplace with a drain. So because there's a liquid inside, they just want you to have like a drain there so it can like drain out.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Also, don't drink the shock absorbent liquid. They also point that out. So that we get an explanation for why you need to open it in the bath. And it comes out of this like soup. It looks like in the actual thing. So pretty gross. But yeah, so then you get the main stuff. She makes a Karu. She meets Ichan. Ichan's like, here's the stuff. She meets Tamiyo and Kotaro, basically the same way. That's all straightforward. She does one initial match, just like Ichan signs her up for like a tournament, and she fights Shadow Panther. Same fight there. Let's see what happens next. Yeah, so like she wins that first match and gets the like her angel card, and it's actually Shoko who tells her to enter the tournament. She's like, "Oh, we cover that on the news sometimes. You should enter the tournament because you can do that." So like Shoko is much more on board with Misaki doing Angelic Layer in this than she was in the anime.
Like lingering, like, oh, she's gonna run into
yeah, there's a little bit of mentions of that.
Okay.
There's like the stuff, the signposting with Kataro and Tamio just like kind of doesn't happen. She's like always shipping them together. She's always shipping him and Misaki together. Like we don't get that turn at any point in time, and we'll get back to that. But yeah, so everything goes the same. We see him do a high jump. She enters the tournament. Everybody thinks Ichan is weird. Ichan does all these, entry, little goofy popping in on screen by jumping out of a trash can and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That's all still the same. The only dev team member we get is Ogata.
Oh, okay.
We don't get any of the rest of them.
No Inadas.
We don't get the Inadas.
Oh, no.
We don't get Fujimori. Yep, it's just Ogata. And also, the thing that's like, if you don't do something, you get a penalty. In this, it's just changed to like, oh, Chief, what if I don't do this in time? And Ichan just tells him to die. He just says die.
Oh, damn. Brutal.
So it's pretty brutal. Also, one thing I didn't mark a page for, but is important, is that Haruko doesn't always have a hat.
Damn.
Sometimes she just isn't wearing a hat. And it's very distracting. But other times she is. It's like they're inconsistent on whether Haruko should have a hat.
Well, maybe she just doesn't want to wear it sometimes. I guess that's more normal.
Yeah, she doesn't wear it when she's in the tournament. She wears it when she's going to school. Like when you meet her, she goes to school, she has the hat.
Yeah.
But when she's actually,
she's got the mask or the goggle thing on. Probably gets in the way.
Well, it doesn't when she's in the show. She's wearing it in the show, isn't she? I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. But there's a lot of panels where Haruko isn't wearing a hat, and I think it looks weird.
Very important.
Yes, this is a plot critical hat. Anyway, her first opponent, so like Misaki joins the tournament. Her first opponent is Haruko, and she fights Haruko before they're even like friends.
What?
Like she meets Haruko, and then the next time she sees her, she's fighting her in the tournament.
And she gets
it's her round one
ass
fight.
Whooped.
And she still loses in the same way, but it's like a double elimination tournament, so you need to lose twice to get kicked out. So she stays in it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So then she fights. What'd she do? Sorry, there's like let's see, I have this note here. Misaki does Kataro's high jump during the Suzuka fight, before. That's the kind of thing going on there.
So she was
Haruko
able
beats
to
her.
Put up a fight. Like, it wasn't
immediate she does a good job.
Elimination. Okay. Even though she's had, like,
one other fight. This is her second fight.
Christ,
her second fight is against Suzuka.
Good God.
Let's see. The translation makes a reference to Monty Python. I did that. The second fight of the tournament, she fights Ringo.
Okay.
And basically that goes the same. So she fights Ringo second in the tournament. So that's her third fight ever. Uses air blasts, counters air blasts in the same way. Pretty good stuff. Third fight is also in the manga. Ranga's name is Lanka.
That happens. That's like in Inuyasha. I think it's L's and R's get changed a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's like Kirara or Kilala.
Well, it's just weird because remember that's like a derogatory term for redheads.
Yeah.
And now it's something else.
So maybe it wasn't in the manga, and they just didn't realize that it would change to that when they whatever.
I don't know.
Determines when L's go to R's or whatever.
I mean, maybe. But then, we move on to the next fight, and the next fight is Madoka. And we also meet, so before she has the second fight her fight with Madoka, which is her third fight in the tournament, we meet Ojiro. This is how we meet Ojiro. He just, shows up, because she drops her angel card, and then he starts talking to her, and he mentions that she has the same face as someone, which, is Shuko, but we still haven't heard anything about Shuko. And then he has this panel, which I'm going to have to talk about somehow in the corner right here.
Oh, what the hell? What the heck?
So the running joke with Ojiro is...
I told you he was weird.
He asks Misaki what color her underwear is. Or he speculates on what color it is, and that is the joke.
Still call him the young nobleman of the layer?
They do.
Oh, well, that doesn't seem to go together.
So
asking girls their panty color.
Yeah, this is like an anime joke, right? Like it shows up and stuff. Like I've
seen it in the context of being like, wow, you're still wearing panties with like little characters on it or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is a weird fixation on underwear in jokes in a lot of these that are. Yeah. This is the shonen bullshit that sucks.
Yep.
This is like the vaguely horny stuff.
Yep.
It's pretty gross, and it shows up with Ojiro, which sucks.
So does she? I guess we'll get into it.
Well, the joke is like he always speculates on like what color she's wearing, and then she's always tells Tomio that it's like that's not right, and then Tomio says the actual color out loud very loudly, and then she gets embarrassed, and that's the gag. Bad gag. So that's what's going on there. But yeah, so like overall, so far the story has really just been a bunch of tournament fights. There has been very little emotional content here. The fact that Misaki's mom isn't there hasn't been mentioned at all. So like, as far as you, a reader, would know, this is like, Ojiro is just referencing nothing. Because we really haven't gotten anything about Misaki's mom at this point, being like an absence in her life.
Interesting.
The manga very much is shipping Kotaro and Misaki.
Okay.
Like, straight up.
Okay.
No
conflict.
No bones about it. Yeah, so then we get the Mao fight. It goes the same way. She plants the little trigger on her. The first time she fight, like before the match, so she plants a trigger on her before the match. They like talk before. Madoka mentions that she's kind of a shrimp. This is the first time we get anything about Misaki feeling short or being small.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where this originally starts. And like, there's kind of a through line with it, but not really.
Not as much as in the...
Not as much. Like what happens is that like, it gets all the way to the point where Haruko loses, and then Haruko is like, you need to show everybody that age and size and experience don't matter. And then she's like, yeah, I'll do that. But that's kind of the only reference here. It's not like a big plot point like it is in the show.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Yeah, so, Alice... Oh, also, okay, so Alice is named Arisu.
Okay.
In this. Which is relevant because she's later we get to see her actual angel.
Yeah.
Whose name is Alice. So, very confusing localization decision there.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, that's something that's worth mentioning. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, that fight goes, the Mao fight goes normal, right? Hikaru gets lagged out. Ojiro stops Arisu from doing it, and then Hikaru is able to win, basically. Let's see here. But like the Alice being pissed off is more like a big deal in this because she comes back later. So that is like flagged a little bit more. It's not till page 284 do we get an image of Shuko at all, which is just her like hiding, like looking at Misaki, not in a wheelchair. She's standing up. Yep.
Okay.
That entire plot point is gone.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh. Damn.
Yep.
Okay.
Not in there at all.
Whoa.
Okay, so then, she has... What's next?
So she's just a bad mom, for real.
She's just a bad mom for real. It is not... Like, there's no real emotional heft in the manga about any of that stuff. It's all just like, I like to play this game about angels fighting. Here's a bunch of cool fights. That's really what this manga is about. Yeah, so let's see. Then we get... The next chapter is, like, more about... Kotaro and all other stuff. We get more things of Shuko looking on.
Just always running away.
Yeah, just always peeking at Misaki. We get the mention of Hikaru's weakness. Let's see here.
No peanut gallery. No, like... We
get the peanut gallery,
okay.
Like, after the Ranga fight, but that's the only time we get them because they can't watch very many fights. Gotcha. Because they watch the Suzuka fight, they watch the Ranga fight, and then they fight Madoka, the peanut gallery is exposed at that point, right? Everybody knows who they are.
Yeah.
They have the let's see. More Ichon moments. She does end up fighting some angel that's like a boxer.
Is it?
I don't recognize this one from the anime. She's got like headgear on.
That's where Tsubaki has like a big star on her forehead. Maybe that got transitioned to that character.
Maybe. I don't know. But she has another fight. It's like tiny and she just kind of wins. We get a little montage of her like beating some characters that we hadn't really seen. So that's pretty good. We get introduced to Kaede.
Yeah.
We don't get anybody's backstory and stuff. So we don't get the family backstory for Kaede. We're not going to get the sister backstory with Sai. This volume. So like the whole manga is like 27 chapters or something.
It's not very many.
It's only 2 omnibuses, yeah. And like an episode of the anime, like an episode of anime usually adapts like between 2 and 4 chapters.
I would say
So like
three. Three.
yeah, 3 is pretty normal, but like depending on if they're longer or shorter. So, we're talking like a 10 episode series if you were to like link them over 9, and what we got was 26 in the show. So they cut a lot of stuff out, or they added a lot of stuff. That's new. So they announced everybody in the semifinals, right? Which is Haruko, Misaki, Sai, and Kaede. We don't get the thing where Sai holds her hand on the way out. We get it when everybody leaves, but Misaki doesn't know where to go, and then Sai comes back and like leads her out of the arena. So we still get the nice thing there, and that is where Sai is like, anyway, you have a weak point. You should figure out what's going on. So that happens at that point. Then we're starting thinking about like what she's gonna do. We get the Katara doing judo stuff. We don't get the Tamiyo scene following it up. So that plot point where she likes him just doesn't happen.
Okay.
Not a part of the manga. They add that, which is interesting. Also, we get some context for the Yaku Ebi joke, which is when she meets him, or she meets Kataro and Tamiyo, when Shoko meets them, they're like doing this move where she's like grabbing his legs. And that's why she's saying that. Okay. We get a visual confirmation of that. Okay, so it's not Shibari. I'm so sorry, Shoko.
Damn it.
Not as cool as we thought you were.
Shoot.
Rip Shoko. We do get Aunt Shoko being like, maybe I should steal your first kiss kind of thing. So we still get those jokes, which is not my favorite.
Yeah.
But we get them here, so that's cool. Let's see. On page 380. We get Shoko asking for the first time if Misaki remembers her mom. That's the first time this is showing up as like an explicit conversation about it. And she's like, oh yeah, but she isn't like nearly as beat up about it. She's like, oh, I haven't seen my mom in a long time. Blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, I'd like to see her. I know she's like around here. And Shoko's like, okay, well, what am I going to do with you, Shuko? You're going to see each other in the tournament, blah, blah, blah. Later we get more like Tamiyo just like straight up being Katara, you should be with Misaki. But like genuinely, like before in the show, they played it like kind of two-handed, where it's like that was like an indication that she's feeling not confident in herself. This is just straight up like, Misaki's so great, you should be with her kind of thing.
Okay. Look at that.
But still being kind of joking.
Ojiro's creepy and we don't want her with him, so Kotaro has to be the only.
Well, Ojiro does end up with somebody at the end of this.
Oh boy. Oh dear.
Yep.
Oh no.
Okay, anyway, so the final four start doing, we get the Blanche fight. That basically goes the same way. Hyper mode. The explanation's a little bit different though. We don't get like the first generation thing. We get a thing that's about using the Angel's emergency circuits. So it seems like Kaede like hacked into her doll and did this. Like this is not just like a defect. Like they played it off.
Jailbroke or
something like that. But like I guess was like still within the rules technically. So that's pretty good. Let's see. And then at the end of every omnibus, they like, because there's 2 omnibuses, right? Which is just like a collection of like half of the thing. There's like a little one-off bonus chapter. This one's just about Ogata having to do a bunch of chores for Ichan and like feeling bad about that. Or like, just kind of goofy times with it. So
nice.
That's pretty cute. That's the first half. So we get up to the Kaede fight. I don't think it finishes.
All right. And now on to...
And then we get the second half, which is very different.
Okay.
Well, not very different. It's pretty significantly different. Do you have any questions up to this point? I feel like all I've been doing is monologuing this whole time.
As I have them, I'm asking. So
we get a really interesting, like, full color picture of Hikaru. She was wearing purple.
I think it's just the color of the setting, like...
It's cool, affecting... though. I kind of like Hikaru in purple better than Hikaru in red.
No, I like red.
Okay.
The red looks good.
All right, so in Volume 2, we're back in the fight. We do the Kaede fight. It's pretty normal. We still get the, like, she's worried that Hikaru's going to get hurt. Gets over that. That fight ends up in the same way. And this one's like, something that's just kind of weird. I know this happened in the anime too, but Sai asking Kaede why she didn't exploit Hikaru's weakness doesn't make sense because her angel type isn't one that can exploit that weakness.
Well, because they both have the same weakness, right?
Yeah, but but Sai asks Kaede why she doesn't exploit Hikaru's weakness, But how is Blanche going to do that?
Oh. Well, if she's had the same weakness and learned to overcome it, then she also knows how to fight against it, maybe. I don't know. Obviously, this isn't like thinking ahead very much. It's all in the moment and manga.
I don't know. It's just interesting that conversation still happens, even though like in context doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, we get the Haruko Sai fight, and in the comic, instead of doing an entry angel where you throw the angel in, it looks like they just drop them. Look at these two bottom panels. It's like they just drop their angel in like you're throwing a coin into like a pond or something. It's so funny looking.
Yeah, that is funny.
Oh my god. They just like toss them in. They don't get the little speech either. Oh no, they do get a speech. No, they don't. I'm sorry.
No entry call.
They get an entry by the announcer who announces their names.
Oh, Suzuka looking badass.
Yep, they look cool. I mean, the drawings are really cool. You know, everybody looks really good.
Yeah.
It's the same fight between those two, where it's like in a wasteland.
Yeah.
The first one, it's a showdown. The first one to move loses. All that happens. Haruko loses. Just as before. Then Misaki goes and comforts her. This is like the fourth time they've ever interacted. So you don't get quite the same amount of space to do that. Here I marked it because she gets a hat, so that's good. We're back to hat.
Oh, good.
Hat Hatoko. And that's when they make the promise to be like, the age, size, experience mean nothing in Angelic Layer. This is like when that first comes up, really. And kind of one of the only times that comes up. We get the Sai fight against Misaki next. They do have the panel that says that all of Sai's fans are girls.
Hell
which
yeah!
is very funny at the top here.
Yes.
So I marked that.
Misaki looks more fierce.
She's looking more fierce.
Well, she doesn't have her whole short complex. I'm assuming she's just a lot more confident, or like not having doubts as much as she does in the anime.
Yeah. Like, and they have the Shirahime fight on the beach. Same thing. She's like looking like she's gonna lose because they have fewer characters that like show up again. Most of the like strategizing stuff comes through Kotaro being like, here's what's going on. I hope she figures out this thing. Like because we don't have the whole dev team and like the rest of the peanut gallery doesn't really come back until like later on. But it mostly is falling to Kotaro and making him seem like he's like much better at this.
Well, so he is related to Hatoko in this?
Yeah, he's related to Hatoko still.
So it would make sense that he would know a lot since his sister's so good at it.
Yeah, it's just like it's all coming from him this time, whereas like in the show they like space it out between other characters. Let's see. Yeah, that fight goes. She wins that. She wins that by like jumping. So I guess one big difference is that the specific arena is the Dead Sea, which is the one with salt in it, so that you sink. And so that's why sinking is a bigger deal. And what Hikaru actually does is she grabs Shirahime in that one and then jumps into the water with her and then pushes off of her to get out.
Okay.
So that was a little bit more explicit.
Gotcha.
Let's see here. After the fight, she goes to the like finals, the nationals, because she wins that final. She gives Tamayo and Kotaro her tickets that she got for her guardians, and that's where Tamayo and Kotaro have a first conversation about her mom not being present. And so that's kind of interesting. Like they keep mentioning this stuff, but it's not like a big concern of Misaki's.
Yeah.
So that is a big difference there. Let's see. Yeah, she does talk about her a little bit. So in a conversation with Ichan, she mentions that like she is naive in the same way that people said that her mom is, or gullible. And she has this whole conversation about like, oh yeah, my mom was always like very like nervous around people she liked, including like her husband, who she would like panic around.
First time it's ever referenced Misaki has a father.
Yeah. So we get the quote that's like, I heard she was so clumsy and shy even after they'd been married and were living together. She'd still blush whenever my father kissed her. That's going to be relevant. Because the thing going on with Shuko, different in this. Goofier. Anyway, the first time we actually see Shuko is on page 219 of volume 2. We get a full thing of Shuko coming into the control room.
So young.
She looks so young in this.
A little baby.
She's like tiny.
Well, that makes sense because Misaki is.
That's true. but she's also walking around.
Yeah, no wheelchair.
No wheelchair. We get the wizard fight. She has a fight with wizard.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same fight,
Gotcha.
more or less. Let's see. We get some cool art.
He doesn't say he falls in love with her afterwards.
He does not say that
No.
because he does not do that.
Okay.
Let's see. We get some good art. Ichon, so like before she fights Wizard, instead of Hitoko, they don't have the whole seconds. The seconds thing does not happen where you have a second
Oh, yeah,
that like
yeah,
does
yeah.
your stuff.
Yeah, where
And
they
like it's
just
in
make it
rounds.
up. Mhm.
Yeah, that stuff is not in there at all. So she doesn't bond, or like Hitoko doesn't show her magic guard. Ichon shows her magic guard, and in the book, he gives her a DVD, which makes it really funny that in the show they use a VHS.
That is funny.
Okay.
Maybe Japan was just early adapter of DVD and just wasn't.
I mean, yeah, like a lot of the tech stuff was in there during that time. In the middle of the wizard fight, we get a like bonus comic that's like Misaki's diary. That's like a little short story about her running to go get errands and stuff, and that's where she gets called like a fourth grader by like the guy, like the fish seller.
Yeah.
But in that, what happens is, oh, there's also a mention like she goes to Piffle Princess and like the receptionist there, who like at the very beginning of the
Yeah.
series, Ichon was like, you got to call me Ichon and not Chief Mahara or whatever. Is there, and she like almost says the wrong name to Misaki, and then she has the line about the chief or about Ichon being like, he's a little more than weird, but he's very young and talented. A lot of women employees here are after him, but he hasn't asked any of them out, which is very funny to say considering like in the show everybody like considers him to be kind of creepy.
Yep.
But I guess he's cool in the manga. I mean, they still consider him creepy like when he's out and about, but I guess
Yeah.
in the company he's cool.
Gotcha.
Anyway, the thing about this like short story is that Misaki is very clearly into Kataro in this.
Okay.
Like she watches a video. Yeah, Tamio recorded a video of like one of his judo meets, and she watches it and is like very into it. And also we get like a very cute scene of Hikaru being like super into watching it because she's still wearing the headset.
Oh,
So
that's so cute.
yeah, it's really cute.
That's so cute.
But yeah, so she's very into him in this. So it is like a mutual thing here. And then he shows up at the end and he finds her like shopping list that she lost, and you know, they get all that done. Little side comic, not important. We go back to the wizard fight. The wizard fight happens. Hadoko starts making some jokes about her brother. It's pretty good stuff. Let's see. Yeah, so she beats Wizard, and then they have the finals of the Nationals are actually against the winner of the B block in Nationals, which is, it turns out, is Arisu with her angel Alice. So this
okay.
is the finals fight.
Are they sister? They're sisters though, right? Alice and Madoka.
Yeah, Madoka's not in
Okay,
it.
so-
It's just Alice. So the finals match is between Alice, Arisu / Alice, and Misaki / Hikaru. That's the finals. And Alice, the angel, is like an Alice in Wonderland looking angel. She has like the big
she's super cute.
pink frilly dress, and she has bunny ears and like a huge hair thing and heels. And that's the angel that Arisu makes. So she makes a comeback. She's like a big deal in the manga.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And that ends up being the final fight of the tournament. We still get an Athena fight afterwards,
Oh, okay, I was like, does Athena even exist?
but it's like a special after fight thing. Like
Oh.
yeah. So Arisu and Alice fight Misaki and Hikaru on a field that's just made of ice. It's just an ice field.
Okay.
And like, I guess Alice's whole thing is that she's very well balanced, so she's able to traverse the ice very easily, while Hikaru has a hard time, like just slipping and sliding all around. Alice just looks cool. We get some cool
Alice
things with her, like
Freaking cute.
going around, getting into fights, that kind of thing. Hikaru eventually wins this by like her whole thing is that she can't stay on her feet, so she can't attack because she can't stay on her feet. And the thing she does is she uses like a sliding attack basically, so she's not on her feet. You know, it's like a little clever thing, and knocks Alice out. But yeah, you get some just cool shots of Alice, just like running circles around Hikaru. It's pretty good. Yep. Anyway, she wins that. Let's see. Yeah, the rest of the team, like the characters you saw before, start like hanging out. So we get like Ringo and Sai and Kaede. They're all like sitting together with Hatoko and Kataro and Tommy. So like we get everybody being friends for a little bit. So that stuff still generally kind of happens. But you don't get any like hangouts and stuff. Basically, the entire second volume takes place at the tournament.
Okay. No bad Shoko wall painting.
No bad. Yeah, we don't get Shoko wall paint. Let's see. Yep, knocks her out of the lair. We get Ojiro saying "clever girl," which I feel like was a Jurassic Park reference, which I thought you would like.
Yeah.
Shuko is very impressed with her daughter. She has like a thing with Alice at the end where they become friends, and it's really nice. So that pays off there. I feel like it makes sense why she showed up so much in the anime, even though she didn't really do much at the end because they have like a whole like reckoning and that kind of thing.
Maybe
So
if there was gonna be a second season or something.
yeah, I don't know. Yep. So then Misaki is like the winner of the tournament. We get a couple of cute things where Tamayo and Hatoko are like teasing Kataro about liking Misaki, and that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it when they're drawn like little gremlins.
Little chibi.
Well, Chibi, Shuko wants to say something to her, but she can't figure out how to do that because her whole thing is that she's like shy. She's just super shy.
Painfully shy.
And can't see anybody that she loves because she's shy. And that's her whole thing. So Ichan is basically just like, oh, we'll have like a special tournament thing. Like a special event where she can fight the champion after winning nationals. So then there is a special battle added to the program where she gets to fight Athena.
Okay.
And that's how it ends there. That's how the fight ends up going. So Shuko does not participate in the tournament.
Okay.
This is like a special thing. Everybody's shocked that she gets to fight her. They're like, oh, she gets to fight Athena? That's crazy. She fights Athena. Athena's very good and like is beating her at stuff. We get the things about how Athena is truly an incredible angel and that, Misaki and Shuko are talking to each other through this fight. Let's see. Misaki tries to use Kataro's advice about like the most impact with the least action he gave her during the judo thing.
Yeah.
It kind of doesn't work. She does land a good hit though. She lands some good hits. We get some two-page spreads of some fighting stuff. That's pretty good. And then Athena uses
Astral
emission, and then she wins the fight. Misaki loses to Athena.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It makes sense. Different.
So she only up to this point had lost to Hitoko.
She lost to Hitoko and she lost to Athena.
Interesting.
Because Athena wins.
Athena
the special fight. Athena looks cool in this.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she finds out. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So then she recognizes her mom, and then she like calls after her and is like, "Hey, you need to wait. Like, I want to talk to you." And Shuko can't talk to her because she's still super shy.
Yeah.
And then basically, what happens is Shoko has to drag her back to talk to Misaki.
That's funny.
And Misaki is like it's very much just like, oh, I'm like so glad to see you, all this other stuff. Like, there's no hard feelings about it at all. Yeah. She's just like, Shuko's just a little weirdo. Super
cute in this.
Yes.
She looks younger than Shoko.
Yeah. So like, that we just get a conversation that's basically like, Misaki's glad to see her mom, and her mom's super nervous and can't say things or whatever. And that's basically how it ends. We get like a post-credit thing. She still announced the winner of the tournament, so she gets to wear like the king's cloak or whatever and a crown, even though she lost to Athena, which is very funny. But then we get like one bonus chapter that's basically like a diary entry of like, oh, I'm going to start my next semester. I live with my mom. She's still like shy and panicky around me. And we get like shots of Shuko being like ridiculous, and they have to sit down and have a meal, and she like can barely do it. And Shoko's like, get it together. And she's like kind of not getting it together. And so that's basically how that plot line ends. And then we get some stuff where they go to school where she talks about how we learn two things. One of the things we learn is that Tamiyo's dating Ojiro at the end of the story.
Had they ever talked at all?
No! It's literally just like, oh, after the tournament, they like ran into each other and just like talked or whatever.
That's wild. Okay, so they just totally turned. Just the opposite of that is what happens in the anime.
Opposite, yep. And then we also get the reveal that Misaki and Kataro are dating.
Oh.
They start officially dating as of last week in this little thing. And then she, plays Angelic Layer, and she sees some kid who's just like, I want to play Angelic Layer just like Hikaru. Which is like what she did when she first got there. Like, oh, I want to play it just like Athena, that kind of thing. And then it ends. And
Damn.
that's the Angelic Layer manga.
Wow. That's wild. It's so different.
It's so different. It's way more shonen,
Yeah.
right? Like it's almost all fights. Like it's amazing how like much of it is just battles
Yeah.
and none of the like emotional arcs to those battles. Like
Uh-huh.
all of the things I feel like I liked about it are just not there, which is
Interesting.
crazy.
Well, that's cool because normally it feels like if it diverges from the source material, it's typically not for the better, but it seems like that
Hmm.
was the case for this anime.
Yeah.
So that's
So they added a
cool.
bunch of stuff and
Yeah.
they changed a lot of things. And I think
Yes.
all of those changes were good and better. So I understand why this is a shonen now.
Yeah. Okay. But you see why I assumed it was a shoujo,
Yeah.
the anime.
Because everything they added was it seemed more shojo stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
Or like at least more drama and like emotional impact, and like the fights became vectors for the emotional arc as opposed to like the fight being the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, we don't get the reveal that Angelic Layer was developed to create
Yeah.
prosthetics, which is the thing I loved about this
That
show.
that's
Just not in
such
the
a good,
manga at
clever
all.
way to come. I wonder who was behind making all those changes.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like it's
Like, 'cause I
crazy.
can believe that this is the predecessor to Showbits more than the
Mm.
anime.
Hmm.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So no Ichan or Shuko.
Nope, we don't get Ichan and Shuko together either.
No Inadas.
No Inatas.
Damn.
No Ojiro and Misaki.
Wild.
Nothing. It's crazy how much the stuff that they added is like integral to what I think about this series. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like the fact that Shuko, the reveal that Shuko's just shy is so goofy. Like it's
Yeah.
very cartoony in
It's
comparison.
lighthearted. It's not. There's no
Um,
drama.
and like it seems like Misaki isn't like upset about it at all. She's just like, "Oh, hey, my mom's here. That's great. I
Yeah.
missed her." Like she hadn't seen her for like a month or something. And it
Uh-huh.
hasn't been years.
That is, and no explanation for why she wasn't with her mom.
Nope.
Just happened.
Just
Weird.
happened. We're supposed to believe that Shuko is like panics and is blushy around people she loves, and yet somehow she was able to have a kid.
Yeah, hard to believe.
Yep.
Wild.
Wild.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's Angelic Layer, the manga. Sorry, I just talked for like
No.
30 minutes
Oh,
nonstop.
mind's blown. Okay.
But we get Alice, the
Yeah, Alice was
angel.
cool as hell. Or so freaking cute.
She was cute.
Okay. Okay. I have like need my brain to process all of
I know
this.
it's like a big. This was crazy while I was reading it because I'm just like, oh, we're just going to the next fight, huh? And I'm just like, oh, I finished the first volume omnibus, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I'm just like, it's weird that Shuko is standing up.
Yeah. They're like, oh,
Yep.
crazy.
Like the second time she meets Hatoko is when they're having the fight against each other.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so she doesn't steal everyone's shit in this one at least.
Oh, she does.
Oh,
She
she
does
does.
kill everybody's
God
shit.
damn
But
it.
that's like signposted as like her thing is like she's observant and can like
Uh-huh.
collect all the information and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
So people act like it's an asset as opposed to like a big surprise thing.
Okay.
So she does use Rolling Thunder.
Okay. Crazy. Well, I'm glad she lost to Athena. That seems more reasonable.
You're glad she lost with him, but okay.
Although we didn't get to see Athena in action at all to prove
Up to that
she
point.
was like a thing to. Or
No.
Not in the
Okay,
manga.
but like in the show, like in the final, like the part where they all like yell at Hikaru to get up is so good, and we don't get that.
Is it? I'm like,
You
guys,
don't like
she's
that?
a doll. She can't hear you.
Oh my god, this is like the spirit bomb. It's so good. It's everything coming together. We love that here.
Okay, I guess so. I guess do you want to get into? We decided we were gonna rank our. This is going back to anime based and not the manga now. So thank you for the manga.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions about it before we move on for a minute? Or are you good?
Is there anything you like in the manga more than what was done in the anime?
I like that every character gets to be a little bit more cartoony, like draw cartoony.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Instead
pretty
of
fun.
just Ichan being the one weird character.
Yeah, there's a lot more visual comedy. I feel like in the manga, it's a little bit more lighthearted in that way.
Yeah.
And that's pretty good.
Yeah. Gotcha. Cool. And then yeah, back
Yep.
to
Right. So this is our wrap up Angelic Layer.
yes. So that's gonna
Episode.
entail doing.
So we have two
rankings.
segments. We have two added segments we're gonna go over for the show.
Uh-huh.
First, what do you want to do first? Do you want to do the Angel rankings first, or do you want to do the
Let's do
romance rankings?
the angel rankings.
Okay.
I feel like that'll help transition between the two,
Okay.
manga to anime. Okay, so are we gonna be? I wonder if we're gonna be in agreement on a lot of things.
Okay, yeah. So we ranked all of the angels that had a wiki entry in the Angelic Layer wiki, so we could get a picture. There's a total of 25.
hmm
I think you grouped together all of
Yes.
Rio's
Yep. I did that.
angels. I did not.
Okay.
So we're gonna go from the bottom to the top. Do you want to go through
Oh,
all of them?
like our worst angels to top angels.
Worst angels, top
Okay.
angels. I think we should just go through all of
All
them.
right. My
Okay, what's the
bottom
worst one for
angel
you?
is TJ.
Is TJ? Okay,
Yeah.
that's my 22nd out of 25.
Just TJ letters on your helmet is lame as
It's
hell.
pretty bad. Who's TJ even? I don't even remember which angel that
She
one
just
is.
basically she was just there for Misaki to be like, oh damn, that's my first opponent. She's
Oh,
so big
okay.
and strong, and I'm so tiny, and
Yeah,
blah blah
okay.
blah. So she's just the one who lost to Vasquez.
Okay.
Um,
I have for my so I broke apart all of Ryu's. I can combine them together. I'll just put them in the best one. So my bottom one is Misaki Chi, the one that Ryu makes,
hmm
because she just looks like generic. Hold on, let me see the.
Well, she looks like
No, no, just
Misaki.
hand me all of them.
Okay, well,
We gotta try to. Yeah, she looks very generic.
because she's based off of generic girls,
She is based off
except
of
she
that.
doesn't have the dumbass hair.
Like she looks like she's in I don't know, like Jet Set Radio or something, but like not good.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
like
just
her.
very basic.
Very basic. Anyway, that's my bottom one.
Okay. My next one was just all. I mean, I kept her separated, so I didn't lump her with the. It's because you had her on one page and then his other angels on different
Oh yeah, I
pages.
mean, so the ones that reuse use is what Ace, Mark II, and Try.
Yeah, those are my second
I
worst.
second rate. Yeah, I separated those out and I put Ace and Mark II at the bottom at the worst two, and then I
Yeah,
ranked Try much
guy with
higher
the
because
drill
Try has
arm.
a drill arm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll put those all together at the second
Okay.
worst also.
Okay.
So Rio sucks at making angels. Is what
Yeah.
I'm getting at
Yeah.
for me. All right, third worst.
Colossus.
Okay, I have Colossus pretty low too.
Yeah. The
Um,
name is cool and that's about it.
yeah, it just doesn't look good.
No.
It's just kind of like
Because you
generic.
can make like a big, strong lady angel without it being like so like, unoriginal.
Yeah, just like a luchador with like some shoulder
Yeah,
spikes. Not
just
that
not
she's the one
doing
that
it.
Athena fights at the very beginning,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
not doing it for me.
My third worst was TJ,
Okay, yeah.
as said. Um, fourth worst,
Vasquez.
Vasquez. Yeah, okay, very similar to Colossus. I feel like just like a little bit
Yeah.
funnier.
At least there's like the duotone of the hair that I
Um,
liked.
my third worst was or fourth worst was Tsubaki,
Oh, okay.
who is I don't even remember who Tsubaki is supposed to be.
She's
A lot of these were angels
she's
that were fought for like.
Maria's, remember? Because she's like, my parents gave me a shitty
Oh,
name, so
that's
I'm gonna give
right.
my angel
Oh,
a
I
good
feel
name.
bad.
Because Tsubaki's a cool
I
name.
like because she kind of just looks like what a mage would be like in a generic RPG
Yeah,
or something, like
100%.
a
She's not super interesting
not
looking.
super interesting.
Um,
Got
but yeah,
coattails
you
though.
liked
I
Maria.
like Maria. I just don't
Betrayal.
think Tsubaki is that good of an angel. Okay.
Okay, my next one's Usari, who I like don't remember
You sorry?
at all.
Who's you sorry? I don't even know who
The,
that is.
did you put them on the list?
Yeah, they're on the list. I just don't remember what they look like.
Some random ass
It's been a
person
minute.
that I've like never seen before. I feel like, or I guess when he gets Blanche in some fight or
Okay, yeah. You sorry, I think like loses to Blanche.
zero memory of that.
She looks like she belongs in Sword Art Online.
Yeah,
Like basically.
essentially.
I have her a little bit higher on mine, but she's like
Okay.
less.
Yeah.
She's bottom tier. My fifth worst was Nightingale. Who's the one that's a nurse?
Yeah, mine's
Because
Tsubaki.
there's another nurse,
Yes,
Blanche, who looks way better.
yes, 100%.
So get wrecked. I don't know.
Yeah, you're like the pale imitation. Pale, but Blanche means pale, but you're
Yep.
the imitation to the pale thing.
Not good enough. All right, who do you have next?
Yeah, Tsubaki was mine for that, and then the following one is
Okay, yes.
Nightingale for me.
Okay. Yeah, my above that I have Colossus and Vasquez above those two.
Okay.
So it's basically the same.
I just don't, yeah, I just like, because I will get into it, but like somehow you can be a heavyweight angel but not have like a thick ass build like that.
Yeah.
So I don't love that. Unless it was, I don't know, cooler.
We're making like muscly
They're
people, but they're not like they're not
unoriginal looking.
cool looking.
They're so it's like
It's not like they're looking like
G.I. Jane or
professional
something.
wrestlers, right?
Yeah.
Like they could be looking like pro wrestlers. You can be built and have like a little
Yeah.
more glamour going to you. So this is what, 16?
Sure.
Number 16?
I don't know.
Okay. Who do you have?
Well, I have it marked as 17. But
Okay, 17, sure.
Suck.
I didn't combine those three, so mine.
I put Catalina.
Oh, me
which
too.
Is the ice skater.
I have Catalina at 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the ice skates are cool, but the rest of her are super basic.
It's just like a
whatever.
Yeah, it's
ice
just
skater
an ice skating
with
outfit.
a little hair tie. Yeah.
Which is fine. It's cool. And like the gimmick is fun, but
yeah, but that's it. The
That's
rest of it,
it.
whatever.
yeah.
And then for 16, I have Misaki Chi there. 'Cause
Oh,
I
you
just
do?
think She's cute. I mean, it's simple and not fun, but cute.
Yeah, I have Usari there as the Sword Art Online one. All right, so I think we've like pretty much matched who's in the bottom at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're all in the
Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're at 15.
Yeah, mine's Natasha, who I like
Wow.
vaguely remember, but she has a cute outfit with
Her
like, a
outfit's
little
so
scarf.
good. I have her really high up.
Okay, I mean, it's just because we barely saw her that I don't like
Yeah, we barely saw her,
Have
but like
much-
she looks like a
a little Amelia Earhart kind of
Yeah, she's
angel
cool.
version.
She's got, like,
she does
a-
have a cool outfit.
she's a cool outfit. She's got the goggles. She's got like the little thing.
We just didn't.
She doesn't do that much.
Is this the one that loses against Wizard at like?
I think so.
Yeah, because
It
I
might be.
remember us in the episode. I was like, yeah, they have a cool outfit. And
She
we
looks like
agreed on that.
like a spy a little bit. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like this one a lot.
She
Mine's
looks
higher.
like maybe like if Tan from Borderlands was cuter, because she's got like the goggles like that too with the little neck scarfy thing.
My number 14,
15.
15 is Elaine,
Oh, okay.
who's the tall girl
Yeah.
who like looks fine. She has a cool ponytail, but like otherwise not that particularly noticeable to me.
14, I have Queen, which
Wow.
I like Queen. I like the like buckle things coming out of her cape in the back, but like any of these angels with like the kneecaps exposed, like it just makes them look cheap. Like I don't like it when the kneecaps are exposed like that.
You don't like the kneecaps exposed?
Yeah, because they look so
This is
real. Other than that, yeah, she's whatever to
Wow.
me. I hate the mask.
I have her high up.
It looks cheap.
Okay. At 14, I have Mao.
Okay, damn. Oh wow. Okay.
Listen, the thing with Mao is that there's just a better version of her.
Bumpio.
No, Shadow Panther's just a cooler version of Mao.
Shh, don't say that yet. Shh, we're not there yet.
I mean, it's true.
Okay.
So Mao's pretty low for me.
Okay, dang. Okay. My number 13 for me is Elaine.
Okay. Yep.
Because I did like that she was a taller angel. She had pretty hair that like flew out when she used that weird power.
Yeah. She just didn't.
Oh,
work for
she
me.
had one episode.
Well, you know who else had one episode and was higher than Elaine for me?
Who?
My number 13, new type SI-174.
Yeah.
Looks like a bug. Looks like a Dragon Ball Z minion. Pretty good, but like not that good. Not expressive.
Nice. My number 12 is Eagle.
Okay.
The one
That's
that
11
like,
for
can
me.
fly.
Oh, no, that's 12 for me. We tied. We both have.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, the one with the mono eye.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then for me, number 11 is the SI-174.
Okay.
So I like the color palette a lot on that angel.
Yeah, that's a pretty good angel color palette. My number 11, Wizard. Loser. Doesn't even look like a wizard.
Damn.
Hate that guy.
Okay, see, our bottom were the same, but our tops are going to be very different.
Yeah, I bet. So for 11, I have Wizard. Doesn't even make the top 10.
No.
Get wrecked, man.
Damn. Okay. My number 10 is Athena.
Wow. Really low on Athena.
I haven't seen the manga version of her. She's pretty cool in the manga.
She looks the same.
I don't know. Something. It's because she got like. We don't get to see her eyes, so I feel like that like limits how much I can like.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like veiled.
I guess.
She's above you. You don't get to see her eyes.
Okay.
She wins. In
Okay, well,
between.
who's your number 10?
My number 10 is Blanche.
What? Oh my god.
Blanche is fine, okay? She's like got big boots and
so
she
good.
wears all white and she kind of glides around, but it's, it's not really doing much else for me.
Shit, okay.
It's giving me very little personality out of
Okay.
Blanche here.
What are you talking about? She's talking all the time. Kaede has her yamming
That's true. She does ventriloquist, but not when she's moving around in the lair,
Yeah.
you know?
Okay, my number 9's Ranga.
Wow, okay.
I like the design a lot, and because I feel like she's the only busty angel we get.
That is not true. There are several busty
Well, the
angels.
only one exposing her bust at all, because it's like a
What are you talking? Like Natasha's
Tank.
tits out. Like
okay,
Queen is
but
like
because she's got
open
and
bust.
she's like the only
Colossus has a
white
boob
angel.
window.
Okay, okay, shush. Yeah, her outfit's cool. I love the little wispy things coming
Okay.
out.
Yeah, but you ranked her number 9.
I don't like hoops. I don't like hoop earrings.
You don't like hoop earrings? Okay, fine.
Okay.
It's look good. It's wrong. My number 9 is Natasha. She made it.
Dog.
She made it. She looks like a cool spy.
Uh-huh.
She's got like the bodysuit like zipped open a little bit.
Mhm.
She's got the scarf.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's a good outfit.
It is a good
She should have
outfit.
been in the show more.
Yep. Like 5 seconds.
I know.
Oh my
she's
God.
just looked nothing in there.
Okay, my number 8 is Shadow Panther. Shadow Panther
Okay.
is pretty sweet looking.
Shadow Panther looks cool.
Because when the very first episode, you're like, what the hell is she wearing? She's like confused if she's a cat or a future person, but it's a cool outfit. It's
a good outfit.
distinct, because a lot of these angels are cool, maybe because the hair helps contribute, but she doesn't need that because it's just a full body suit where you see a bit of the face
Mm-hmm.
and the boob window, as you called it.
Mhm. And she's got huge shoulder pads.
Yeah,
Good.
She's cool. She's a cool
I have her
looking-
high. I have her high up.
You had Neverending Story, the book.
Yes. I mentioned this before.
I didn't realize you had a book.
Why are you looking at my bookcase? We're ranking
Sorry,
angels.
I'm like.
Okay, my number 9. Somehow my number
8.
got off. My number 8. My number 8 is Hikaru.
Hmm.
I like Hikaru. Kind of looks like a toy
Well, they're
a little bit. I mean, she looks like a toy.
Well, she's also one of the flatter angels, I guess.
Oh, it's because she has a big gear on her, like screw on her
Button.
on her chest.
Yeah,
It looks like you can screw in.
she's my number 7. Hikaru's
Okay.
my number 7.
Yeah.
Because it's simple, but I feel like because sometimes things can be over designed and then it's too many things working against each other. Like Queen. Queen has too much going on.
Now, Queen has the perfect amount of stuff going on.
But yeah,
Wrong
Hikaru
with
is
that.
nice. It's good. The red and white looks good together.
Yeah.
Number 6, Wizard. Similar.
High up on Wizard.
Essentially,
You
he's
thought
just
Wizard is better than Shadow
He's
Panther?
the dude version of
Hikaru.
yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, but like
We don't get
reverse.
a lot of male angels.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't.
Maybe we should.
Turns out they're not that good.
Yeah, I saw your angel. We'll get to that. We'll get to it.
Yeah, our OCs. Let's see. So my number 6 is Shadow Panther.
Yeah, good pick.
Looks
Good pick.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool looking character.
Looks cool.
There for one episode.
There for
Kind of a
one-off
bully.
character.
Kind of mean.
A little mean, yeah.
Deus. Is that what do they call them in the manga?
They're called deuses, yeah. All right, are we in the top
We're number 5.
5? Yep,
Number
top
5, Mao.
Mao.
I like Mao.
I think it's just a worse version of Shadow Panther. They have the same like silhouette. It's just that
Shadow
she wears a
Panther is
mask.
like sci-fi, and Mao is like kung fu, Chinese. I don't know. I like it. I like Mao.
Okay.
That's cool.
That's fine. My number 5, Queen.
Jeez.
She looks like a Sailor Moon villain.
Oh, she
It's
totally
so
does.
good.
She does.
It's
like
so
if Tuxedo
good.
Mask was a
Yeah,
girl.
she has the huge mask. She's got the garter,
Yep.
the garters on.
Uh-huh.
She's got the belt. She's got like a weird little tiny cape.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. She looks ridiculous. It's so good. She's like a weird dominatrix villain
Yeah.
from Sailor Moon.
Uh-huh.
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah. Queen is fun to me.
hmm
All right, Number
Okay.
4,
Blanche.
Blanche. From
Blanche is for. She's so fucking cute.
Yeah.
And I really like.
She's
cute.
hopping. She's got the really like
yeah, the boots are fun.
the skirt that's like
Yeah,
out.
see, that's what I'm talking about. That's the flattering fitted torso flare skirt.
Okay, but it's like a
Cute.
futuristic flare skirt.
I know, she's so freaking cute, and hyper mode's cool.
Hyper mode's cool.
I like, and her little bangs that like kind of go into her cheeks.
Yeah, it looks like she's a nun. Don't like.
Maybe it's because I like Nurse Angel Ririka, which is like an older anime.
Yeah.
It's like a magical girl that's nurse themed.
Ah.
Um.
My number 4,
hmm
Athena.
Okay.
Athena looks cool. She's got
Yeah,
the big.
she's
She's got
very-
the. She's like the armor.
Yes. Very
the huge
distinct.
shoulders.
hmm Big alien helmet.
Big alien helmet. I like that we don't see her eyes. I don't want to see her eyes.
even in like a malicious, like where there's just like a red sheen from under it to show that she's like, "Rrr."
I don't think she needs it. I think I like being a
Okay.
like suit of armor is cool to
Silent
me.
protagonist
Yes.
to the max.
It makes the part where Shuko is like, I want to seem cool for Misaki, and she totally just comes off like a villain. Very funny.
hmm
So that's my number 4.
Okay, my number 3 is Alice.
That's pretty good.
Alice is so cute.
Yeah.
So freaking cute.
Oh, that's who I forgot to rank. I didn't rank Alice. That's how I'm off by one.
Damn.
Well, she wasn't in the show, so I didn't rank her.
You printed her out.
I did print her
She
out.
was in the show for like 2 seconds.
Okay, well, I'll tell you for number 3. It's easy. My number 3, tied, is Alice and Ranga. They look the same, basically.
No.
I really
they
like-
both have wispy things going on.
Yeah.
Both have long hair.
I really like Ranga. I think she looks cool.
Yeah.
I think she's got a lot going on. It's flowy, and it also fits the like wind attack stuff.
Yeah,
'cause she
very
has
much
a little
so.
like so I think that's good. She's themed well. Her hair is crazy.
Yeah.
I
I guess
like
because you
boobs.
just don't like Ringo that much. I didn't like Ranga that much.
Yeah, I mean she's like big and loud. It's good. No, I like Ranga a lot. I think it's a really good design.
Yeah.
Alice also looks cool, so I'm slotting her in here. This is where
Yeah.
we go.
Okay. Number 2. Shirahime.
I also have Shirahime as number 2.
Shirahime.
Shirahime.
Cool,
big-
except for the big dumbass rope thing coming
Yeah,
out of
her
her head.
hair
That's the only
needs
bad
a little
thing.
work.
Should be,
She's got the kimono that she takes off
Yeah.
when she's getting serious.
yeah.
Her whole thing is like
Stoic.
stoic.
Cool.
Yes. Bells.
Yep.
Good.
We love bells.
We love bells here.
Yeah, because our number 1 is Suzuka.
Yeah, Suzuka's the best one.
She always
easily.
has been, always will be.
The cool ninja.
Yeah, she's freaking awesome. Kunoichi. Oh, man.
Yep.
Yep. So those are the angels.
Can't believe you like wizard that much.
I don't know. He's handsome. There's not enough eye candy in that show, okay?
Ugh. All right. There's our ranking.
Okay. Do you agree with us? Email us your
Yes.
ranking.
Rank all of them. I feel like we didn't need to like go through all of them now that we did it, but that's good. You know, we have very
It's
similar
interesting
top
to
fives.
see. Well, okay. You have a much more, you like a flair for flamboyant design.
Yes.
And I typically like simplistic. But yeah, so if you want to share your ranking with us, we can see who has the more who you
To be honest,
identify with more.
I don't think anybody's gonna do this.
Shut up! You said your dream is for us to get an email, so I'm trying here, okay?
I don't know. Yeah.
So if you have a ranking, feel free to chime in at shoujopod@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Share with us your ranking. And if you want to draw your own angel, send that too. And we're also, again, still waiting for that Sayede fan art of Sai and Kaede's coupling. What?
Thing.
Okay, now we're going to move on. Shut up. We're moving on to ranking,
All right, so this is something we'll probably do for multiple shows.
Yes.
We're going to rate each relationship, that
Romantic
canonic
coupling.
relationship or hinted.
Hmm.
We're gonna rate all these out of 5.
should we throw in the weird ass?
1 out of 5. No,
I need to add fucking
no.
Ojiro and
No.
Moyo. What the
Yeah,
hell?
weird. That's a 0 from me. You can't just be like,
Ugh.
anyway, off screen, these characters bonded and are going out because it's the epilogue.
Yeah, she can't just be happy on her own. She has
Nope.
to end up with some dude.
Just end up with some dude. Some dude
Who
she doesn't
asks
know.
about panties? They're
It's
both obsessed with
so
panties.
funny that those
Ugh.
characters never interact almost ever.
No. Okay. So, first couple we're going to rank on a scale of 1 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Shuko and Ichan, who have nothing going on in the manga.
They have nothing going on.
It also is never confirmed what's going on at the end of the anime.
God, I think it'd be insane. Like normally I'd be like, this is great. They're a great relationship. They work together to do life-changing research.
Uh-huh.
He goes out of his way to help her connect with her daughter because she's stupid, and she is cool and like is just like makes the sport popular and like brings all that to the table. They're great. I would give it a 5, except we don't get any confirmation at the
Oh,
end, so it
damn.
gets a 4.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll give it a 4 too. Honestly, none of these are like incredibly remarkable.
None of them were that good.
Well, no, there's one couple that deserves a 5.
Okay, I haven't
But
seen the
we'll
list. You
get to
you
it.
wrote the list. I don't know
Yes?
what's on here.
Okay, so number 2, Misaki Kotaro coupling.
No.
shipping.
I've already talked about this. This is like a 2 for me.
Okay. I'll give it a 3.
It's such a nothing.
Because it feels like even at the end of the anime, it felt like they were still implying because they had like him think back on like a few memory flashes of their time together fondly.
Yeah. That's kind of the time when everybody's reflecting on
Yeah, I guess.
Saki
It was
now, so
weird.
it's a little.
Okay, Masaki Ojiro.
I hate this. Let's
Her
get
uncle? Her future uncle, maybe, depending on how her first couple ends up.
the fact that I had to like retcon the like end of the thing, being like, "I might be following you for you," Saki is being like, "I think he's joking. I don't think he's serious." One. This gets a 1 for me. Bad. I don't like it. He's no. You liked her mom.
I'll give it a 1. Oh, fuck.
Did you forget one?
Yeah. Okay. No, I'll just do it next because it'll make sense. Okay, Shuko Ojiro coupling.
0. Impossible. The show even know. Ojiro knows it's impossible.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things that I'm glad is in the show as like a thing to talk about, but like that's not a real ship.
Yeah. I told you. They were in some kind of.
Not in the manga.
No, it is a love triangle because Masaki likes Ojiro likes Shuko, and Shuko just like should at least want the love of her daughter. So it is a love triangle.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Okay, Tomoyo Kotaro.
I like this one. This one's good. I mean, Kataro's kind of like a
Friends can be.
loser at the end of it.
Why? Because he doesn't want a tandem bike.
Yeah, because he's like,
he's
I don't like how
don't
that
treat-
resolved. It's not like he realizes that like she's important to him. It's like he has to. It's like you need to perform like a girly girl for me, or I'm not gonna be able to take it seriously. Weak.
Yeah.
Weak. So this gets a 4. I still mostly like it because I
Yeah.
like Tamio a lot.
Yeah, she's cool. I'll give it a 3. It's fine. It's weird. And they're constantly being interrupted by Hatoko, so
And Hitoko's
it's gonna
great.
take forever for that relationship to progress.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Sai Kaede.
Yeah, 5, baby.
5.
Let's go. Showing up to your sister's grave with your GF.
God.
Show doesn't agree though.
Yeah, that's disappointing. Oh God. Yeah, Saede. Man. Okay. Okay. Ready for the next one?
Yep.
This is the one I was talking about earlier when I was reading. Tall girl and short guy.
Okay. Well, he sure does say the moral of the episode. Load-bearing short king. I'm tall girl. Oh, my towering goddess. You're here. That's like a 2. It's funny.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's like a 3. What's a neutral? Is that 3? Middle of the road?
Okay, but
No, he looks bad. He gets a 2.
it's a 2.
His outfit sucks.
Yeah, his outfit's terrible.
It's terrible.
Who is his sister that she's good enough to make it to like the national games?
Yeah, I don't know. We never see her. And
No.
I didn't even rate Eileen very high, so,
No.
you know.
You mean Elaine?
Elaine. Yeah,
Eileen
if
was
she
some random
had
character too.
if she had made Natasha, it would have been higher.
Yeah.
Does
No.
not have that kind of sensibility.
Okay. Ogata Fujimori.
They're like whatever. This
Yeah.
is like a 3 to me, where I'm like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
sure. He's like a goofy guy, and she likes to tease goofy guys.
Yeah, I guess that
Yay.
three is fine.
You don't see
I'm not
these.
especially sold on it, like,
Yeah.
but whatever. Okay. Here's the one I actually in my mind was saying it was a 5, but I guess we have 2 5s up in here.
Okay.
Yuko and Shuji, the Yanadas.
Oh yeah, Vianadas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we just don't
They
see
don't
them
see-
together very much.
They don't do because they're already
Separately-
married.
separately,
so
we like them.
I just like them separately. Yeah.
Okay.
I do think that
We
Yuko
love
should
Shuji.
go to her kid's birthday and not
yeah.
work late.
Yes. Well, she's got like a lunatic she has to worry about. Shuko. Okay, so then
true.
what? Like a 4?
Yeah, that can be like a 4.5. That's fine.
Shuji's a 10.
Shuji's so funny. It's so funny they make him be a deus.
Oh my god.
So good.
So good.
He's just some guy.
Mhm. Okay, that's all I got.
Okay. I can't think of any others.
Um,
Relationships? No. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So there we go. I think in the future we'll do like ranking characters.
Yeah.
But because we've only covered one show and it's
Yep.
very clearly that Hitoko's the best character, it just kind of seems like a waste of time a little
Yes,
bit.
I like. Well, it's the same. Like Hotoko, Suzuka at the top, and then for me next it's Sai and Shirahime. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Hitoko's good.
yep.
Sai is good.
Mm-hmm.
I like Ichan, Shoko,
Yeah, Shoko.
Shuji.
Oh
I
man.
feel like it's pretty easy with this. So I think when we have more shows, we could do more character
Yeah.
stuff going on.
Yep. I know we could do favorite Sundere.
We can
and
speculate
stuff.
who would hang out across
Yeah.
shows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. Cool. So.
But yeah, so that wraps up Angelic Layer. I think we're done with this show.
Yep.
I think that's the end.
We've done it. For
We've done it.
realsies.
Good show. Oh, do you want to rate the overall show? Like out of 10?
Did we do that?
We already did that. We already did that.
I
don't
mean,
remember.
do you appreciate it more after having read the source material?
I appreciate the writing in the anime more. Like, I think they did a lot of work to do the adaptation. Like, I'm always worried that adaptations are going to make the original thing worse, and I feel like this is an example where it makes it way better by adding stuff. This is like the opposite of filler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, we added a bunch of content that makes it better. So that rules.
Yeah.
They should be doing that.
Yeah, whoever did that needs to get on it and do some more stuff for the world, since we're just revisiting IPs a lot. Let's just make the IP better.
Yeah.
What a thought.
Improve things when you have the opportunity.
Yeah, so that's that. We see, now I'm just looking at all of your stuff. You have Avatar box set. You are into the digital media situation.
I like owning physical copies of things.
Sorry,
Like the Angelic Layer
yep.
manga.
Yep. So now you have that.
I have it.
And yeah, okay.
Artwork's pretty good. You know, goodbye. I don't know if you should really go out of your way to get it. But if it's convenient to you, you can read it. I don't think like you need to read the manga for this one.
No.
I don't think it gives you
Not at all.
anything new.
It's not like anyone listening watched the anime either.
I mean, some of them might. I mean, it'll get licensed by somebody. It'll get picked up at some point.
Thanks for listening, moms and grandmas and friends and aunts and all the things.
Well, somebody can listen to it in the future. Thank you, future listener.
Well, then we're so likable that our family's supporting us. Okay. That's that,
Do you have
guys.
anything else you want to say about Angelic Layer before we sign off?
I'm glad I revisited it because it's been a while since I watched it, so I enjoyed rewatching it.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
This is a solid show. I was expecting it to be way worse.
I don't know what my expectations were, but yeah, it being pretty good. I didn't remember like the action so much, so now I'm like reconsidering like, do I like shoujo? Do I
even like shoujo? What am I showing you, Joe? Is it stuff I don't like?
No, I do. Just you wait. Kimi ni Todoke. I'm just gonna like clutch at my chest like, oh, why can't real life be this sweet? That's what's gonna happen for that. Which I guess we'll be recording in a week or so.
Yeah, we haven't recorded it yet. I haven't even watched it,
Nope.
the first episode yet.
Yep.
So
But
that should be coming out
too.
by the time you hear this.
Oh, also, I'm re-releasing a different bonus episode that I've already scheduled that you don't know about, but I'm just re-releasing the demo thing we did, just pulling the show audio out from it.
Oh, okay.
So
Cool.
just like a fun bonus
Yeah.
step. Yeah. All right, people.
All right. Thank you for joining us through Angelic Layer. We look forward to Kimi ni Todoke next.
Yep. Till next time.
Until next time, rate us on.
Don't be so shy with your family that you can't even be with the family you love.
I can't believe that's what they changed their motivation to. It's so goofy. Yeah. Don't get so shy around your kid who you raised.
Yeah. Popped out.
For some part of it, at least.
Yeah.
Question mark, question mark, question mark?
Oh, man. Yeah, don't do that.
But if you do lose very early on, get a vendetta and show up as the final boss.
Yeah, that's good.
Alice, Arisu kicks ass in this. The fact that she just shows back up and she's like, it's me. You thought you were done with me? No, I'm the final boss.
Yeah.
Cool fight.
Yeah.
Always show up in the last act as the final boss, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right.
You may think you're a side character, but you could be the person.
The ultimate character.
Yeah, you could be the second to last fight in the show, in the story.
Yeah.
Oh, good shit.
Yep. Bye.
Right, bye.
Welcome to super duper special episode of shit. Shoujo.
You didn't even say it right. You're opening with super duper episode.
Welcome to God. I'm gonna be okay. I can't touch the paper.
I just want to crinkle everything.
I can't look at you.